Hello everyone. In this video, I am going to tell you what a shapefile is. Whenever we are working on ArcGIS or any open source software, whatever features we want to create, all its geometry, its attributes are saved in a shapefile. So in this lecture, I am going to talk about a shapefile, which is the most important part of a GIS, means Geographical Information System. So let's begin with the shapefile. So what is a shapefile? And before proceeding further, let's see what's the objective of this lecture. So first of all, we will discuss about what is a shapefile. The second objective is what is the use of shapefile in ArcGIS. Not in the only ArcGIS, but in many softwares, particularly geographical information softwares, means the GIS softwares, we use shapefiles. And then we will discuss about what makes a shapefile, means the composition of a shapefile. So let's begin with a short definition of a shapefile. So in shapefile is a ISRI product, the product of ISRI ArcGIS. So a shapefile is a simple non-topographical format for storing the geometric location and attribute information of geographic features. Geographic features in a shapefile can be represented by points, line or polygons. Polygons are used for the area. Whichever objects or phenomena are having an area, so they are represented by the polygon. The workspace containing shapefiles may also contain DBase, means the attribute tables, which stores an additional attributes that can be joined to a shapefile's features. Attributes means the non-spatial data. So we can say a shapefile can store the spatial data as well as the non-spatial data also. So shapefile is a geospatial vector data format for GIS softwares. So vector features are described in the form of point, line, polygon. And one thing that is very important to learn about shapefile is that whenever we are working on the shapefiles, we can create the features in the form of points, lines or polygon. What does this mean? It particularly means that when we are making a shapefile, a point, particularly a point shapefile, that's mean it stores the information in the point geometry only. We cannot draw a line in the point shapefile, means a point shapefile will store all the informations in the form of points only. So it's going to be a single feature class, which means it's gonna store a single type, means it's going to be a point, it's going to be a line, it's going to be a polygon, but it will store a single geometry in a single shapefile. Then the second property of a shapefile is that it contains a multiple files. Means a shapefile is composed of many files. And the nice thing about a shapefile is that it makes, and what makes it a more versatile is that they are usable by multiple applications. There is a large number of GIS GPS applications that can read in shapefiles, display them and create them, import and export them, which makes this a very best versatile storage format. So let's see an example of shapefile. So here we are seeing a shapefile of line. Here you can see a shapefile which is in the line format, a river or a stream which is stored in the line shapefile. Then here you can see a point. Point denotes the well. So wells are represented over here by a dot of blue color. Then the settlement is a polygon. This is the polygon. So polygons. So, and here also the water bodies, lakes or ponds are represented by a polygon. So this is the example of a shapefile. In this example, we have used all three formats, vector formats like the point, line, polygon. So the rivers and roads are represented by a line. Wells are represented by a well, and settlement and lakes and ponds are represented by a polygon. So what we can do? How can we use a shapefile in ArcGIS? We can display it, edit it, import and export it. We can do a multiple analysis using a shapefile. Then we can share it also, and through a file or a web service. Web service include map and feature. So like here we have seen that we have displayed multiple features using a shapefile. So the composition of shapefile consists of multiple files. The most important and the most required files are the .shp file. This is the file which stores the information about a geometry. So whatever shape we are creating, it is stored in .shp format file. Then the second one is .dbf. This is the file in which we can store the information about the shape. Like here we have in this example, like we have this polygon, and if we are saying that it is some settlement, so its name, its area and its population, like this is a village X and it is having a population of 400. So this 400 and the name of the village like X is stored in the dbf file. So this dbf file contains all the attributes, meaning all the non-spatial information about this shp file, like the geometry file, which may be in the form of point, line or polygon. So the next one is .shx. It is a file which stores the information about the shape index format. a positional index of a feature geometry to allow seeking forwards and backwards quickly. Then the other files contain .prj. This is a file which contains the projection description using a well-known text representation of coordinate reference system. So whatever projection we are using or the coordinate system we are using, so this is the .prj file, and it stores all the information about your geographic coordinate system or your projected coordinate system, your GCS and PCS. Then these are the .sbn or SBX files, which contains the information about the spatial index of the features. Then .xml, it contains the metadata in, we can say it is a data about the data, whatever data we are creating, and its information of the information or the data about the data is known as metadata. Then there are many other files also, like .fbn and .fpx, that stores a spatial index of the features that are read only. Then again it is having .ain or AIH, which stores an attribute index of active fields in a table. .ixs is a geocoding index for reading write database. .atx, an attribute index for the file in the form of shapefile column name .atx. This you may find in the ArcGIS 8 and later versions. Then there are many other files which you may find .cpgh, .qix. So there are many other files, but the most important and the required one is your .shp, .dbf, .sh. And one thing which I want to tell you, if you missed any of these three files, your shapefile will not open. And the other files like prj, .sbn, sbx, .xml, if they are lost, you can prepare it again. You can project your shapefile. You can again give its projection, and if .sbn or sbx is lost, then you can prepare it in the Excel and you can add it. But the .sph and .dbf file or .shx file is lost, then all your data will be corrupted and the file will not open in any of the software. So in this example, you can see like I have made one point file, the polyline and the polygon one. So it contains 7 files. One is the CPG file that is used to specify the code page, that is for DBF file. The DBF file contains your attribute. PRJ file contains your projection. SPN file contains your spatial index. SPX contains your spatial index of the features. SHP contains the geometry, and SHX contains the shape index format. And this is common for all the 3 formats, the vector format, that is your point, polyline and polygon. Thank you, and in the next video we will learn how to create a shapefile in ArcGIS. So stay blessed and take care. Thank you.